Hello, my name is Cindy Somasoka. I am going to conduct a lesson in life sciences for learners in grade 10 under the topic Supporting Systems in Animals, with the subtopic being the human skeleton. Every lesson has aims and objectives to be achieved at the end of the day. Therefore, in this particular lesson, the specific aims I will be achieving are: 1. Acquire knowledge in forms of describing concepts, as learners will learn and describe the human skeleton and understand each concept with its characteristics, and to know the facts about the roles and parts of the human skeleton. Secondly, analyze, evaluate, and synthesize scientific knowledge, concepts, and ideas, where learners will be able to categorize information and analyze information and data by labeling the human skeleton with its functions. Since the outbreak of the COVID-19 pandemic, which has resulted to a lockdown, the situation has forced me to change my teaching strategies. Being a new teacher in a school in rural areas, a platform has to be used in order for teaching processes to continue. Therefore, for communications between me and my students, we will have to use a zero-rated fee Blackboard collaboration where teaching will take place. For the teacher-centered method, I will be using the telling method, which is a method whereby teachers deliver a planned lesson, giving examples, stressing main points learners have to know about a chapter. I, as a teacher, will deliver a planned presentation about the human skeleton, explaining in details the importance of the human skeleton and its functions. In addition, I will make use of the questioning method, which is a method whereby the teacher asks learners questions in a way to trace the learner's progress and understanding about a certain topic in a chapter. The questions asked during the lesson will direct the attention of a learner to what is presented. To help achieve learning outcomes as well as to stress main points and arise interest and stimulate neutral curiosity to facilitate perspective learning. For the learner-directed method, I will be using the discussion method, which is a method whereby a teacher opens an open forum of collaborative exchange of ideas between teacher and learners, aiming to advance the learner's understanding, thinking, and solving problems toward a chapter. This method will be used in a class discussion. It will involve all learners to participate in. Once I have explained and broke down the topic. By doing a class discussion, I'm aiming to help the exchange of ideas between peers and the teacher. This will also be helpful to learners as they will understand concepts, which is a helpful method because it improves the thinking process of learners. And for me as a teacher, it is a helpful method as it allows me to access the learner's progress. In addition, I will make use of a project method, which is a teacher-simplified method whereby students develop knowledge to solve problems, making use of extended information. This method is an out-of-class learner-centered activity that extends learning beyond the classroom. It also allows learners to grow deep knowledge of a chapter. This method will be suitable for the lesson because it will bring learners together and help them to understand and respect other peers' views, religion, and beliefs. These two methods will suit my lesson as they allow me to achieve lesson objectives and aims. To help learners with additional resources, I have combined different pictures of the human skeleton and made a poster for my learners to understand. Learners will access it and work in pairs of 3 to label the parts, the functions, and the characteristics of the human skeleton. As you see, this poster consists of a fully labeled body skeleton. I have broke the skeleton into pieces so that learners could have a clear understanding of each and every part of the human skeleton. Apart from the human skeleton, there is the skull, the rib cage, the arm, and the legs. This poster will serve as a guide for learners as they will be studying and trying to understand more about the human skeleton. This poster will also help them in upcoming tests, projects, and assignment. They will use this poster to remind themselves when studying. Since every household has an access to one smartphone, I, as a teacher, have designed a project to help learners exchange their views with other peers. Learners will work using a WhatsApp group chat to do the project. Learners have to work together as a team to achieve learning outcomes. This project requires them to make a human skeleton and do an online presentation, taking turns in a Google meeting explaining the whole human skeleton. Learners will have to label the human skeleton and state the functions of the labeled parts. I gave them a blank structure of a human skeleton where they'll have to label the human skeleton together with its functions. By designing this project, I am aiming to bring learners together as they have been separated by the lockdown caused by the coronavirus. And that is how I will be presenting my lesson. Thank you.